Mike Bohn here with Mike Bisping, Mike B and Mike B, and we also did not color coordinate the shirts. The
We
collared
didn't,
shirts
no.
here.
No,
Yeah.
but I still look significantly better, but still, whatever.
As always.
Pleasure to talk to you, Mr. Bohn.
As always, we just wrapped up UFC 268 official weigh-ins here. What's your biggest takeaway from what we just saw over the past couple
Biggest
hours?
takeaway, tough question. I mean, listen, you saw the top three fights, they were there. They were itching to get on the scales, and that shows true professionalism. You know, I mean, Trevor Whitman's team, Kamaru, Gaethje, Rose, they were there back-to-back waiting to step onto the scale, and that's what you want to do. The sooner you weigh in, the sooner you can start the rehydration process, and you're giving yourself more of an advantage to win the fight.
And the last person to come in was Vicente Luque, who's the main event alternate, and he comes in heavy. I don't know, we probably need to talk to him to figure out the entire backstory there. How much time did he actually have when he was called in, and did he maybe just call off the weight cut when he saw that both Usman and Covington made weight?
Yeah, maybe that, but then I don't know if he gets paid still for missing weight. And the problem is, for these guys that step in and do that, it's a big commitment, you know, because to make weight is not an overnight process. It takes a whole training camp, you know, and it takes a lot of time and effort. So he tried, he failed. No shame in that. He's not fighting anyway, so who cares?
Yeah, exactly. And obviously, we didn't want to see anything.
He cares because he might not get paid properly, but, you know.
Hey, at the end of the day,
C'est la vie.
We're getting the fights that we want to see, the fights that these fighters have prepared for and trained for and everything. Let's start with the main event a little bit. I mean, obviously, Usman Covington, great rematch. It's going to be, the first fight was a classic. Expectations for this one, who do you think has evolved more, and do you think we're going to see a similar fight, or is it going to be more clear-cut one way or the other?
I think Kamaru's involved more. I think that's plainly obvious to see. He's knocking people out. Now he's training with Trevor Whitman. His boxing has got better. His confidence has grown. He's really grown into the role of being a champion and the pound-for-pound great that he is right now. Colby, on the flip side, we didn't see much leading up to it. We haven't seen him fight much other than beating Tyron Woodley. But I assume he's had his nose to the grindstone, doing everything he can to win this fight. And let's remember, the first fight was pretty even. It was 2-2 going into round 5. However, I think when you look at this fight, I don't think Colby's got the power to stop him. I don't think he's probably got the wrestling to take him down. You never know, you know. But I've got Kamaru winning. I think he knocks him out somewhere around round 3.
Yeah,
I think.
I was going to say that seems to be Colby's biggest issue here. He obviously has the cardio. He's got all these attributes, but the punching power seems to be the big difference. Like he
puts on an incredible pace.
Yeah.
The pace is ridiculous, you know, the amount of output that he gives, you know, and it's really impressive. But while you're there, I mean, like Robbie Lawler and other people that he does, he backs them up and he stands there in punching range, in the pocket, firing combinations. And of course, when someone's firing combinations, you've got to defend combinations. But if you're in the pocket, you can also get countered. And Kamaru Usman just hits harder, and he's got better, and he's got faster, and he's probably now starting to understand the boxing side of things more. It takes a long time from, you know, I can show you how to do a 1-2 right now on the pads, right? That doesn't make you a boxer. Doesn't mean you understand the sweet science. But the longer you do it, and with a coach like Trevor Whitman really enforcing the psychology of boxing and the striking arts, once you start understanding that, things change.
Yeah, and one question on the co-main event, obviously Rose Namajunas and Zhang Weili going to run it back. You've done a few rematches in your day. You've done it where you've lost quickly, lost definitively. What's the biggest key to coming back from that? Like for Zhang, how does she need to rebound and overcome to win this rematch?
Anytime you step in there and fight somebody that's beaten you before, you've always got to tell yourself that fight, no fight's ever the same. You know what I mean? That was a fight. Rose caught her with a kick. God bless her. Amazing. They could fight 100 times. That's probably not going to happen. When I fought Rockhold, I kept saying, buddy, you got me in the first one. But if you think every fight's the same, you're out of your goddamn mind. We're two human beings. We're two world-class fighters. We could both knock people out. If you think that's going to happen, it's going to be a carbon copy of the first fight, you're wrong. And that's what Zhang has to say to herself. Okay, all right, rear view mirror. God bless. She got the job done that night. But I'm coming back for round 2, and I'll do better.
Any chance that Michael Chandler versus Justin Gaethje is not the fight of the night? I think the only way it wouldn't happen is if it ends too quickly to actually get, you know, that back and forth that we need for the 50K.
Yeah, I don't know. Listen, I like Michael Chandler a lot, but I don't see him winning this fight, you know. I do believe it's going to be madness for the first round, and that could get them fight of the night. I like what Michael Chandler's done. I like everything he's brought to the sport. He handles himself with such extreme class. But if you look at his record, he has been finished a few times, you know, and he got knocked out against Charles Oliveira back in Bellator. He got finished a few times in the first round. Yep. So if he goes forward like that, and I love the enthusiasm, and I can't wait to see it, and I'm truly excited for the fight, but I believe he's playing into the hands of Justin Gaethje if he goes forward and says, you know, we're just going to throw down Adam Catchell from BT Sports, like it's going to be like two frogs in a blender, you know what I mean? If he goes forward like that, that's the type of fight and madness that Justin Gaethje loves, and I believe he's playing into the hands of Justin, and he'll probably end up face down on the canvas.
Yeah, and last thing, what's the other storyline outside of those top 3 fights we're all talking about that's screaming at you coming into this card?
Well, you know, for me, it's Cheeto Vera. I'm really excited for Cheeto Vera. Obviously, I'm a little biased. You know, he trains with
Common Coach,
of course, Common Coach. But, you know, I went to his hotel room the other night and did a little piece on my YouTube channel. Check it out, Michael Bisping. Ring the bell and subscribe. Why not? It's the best YouTube channel covering MMA.
Besides MMA Junkie, come on.
Anyway, no, and he's so confident. And Frankie Edgar, you know, coming into this one, everyone loves Frankie. Right? How can you not love Frankie? But where's he at? He's 40 years old. You know, there's a few reds on his record these days. I love Frankie. Far be it from me to ever underestimate or say anything negative. I would never dream of that. The man's a future Hall of Famer, and what he's given this sport is ridiculous. But Cheeto Vera, yeah, you know, he's lost a few, but it was Jose Aldo in a fight that was super competitive. Yep. Song Yudong in a fight that a lot of people thought he should have won, me included. And if you eradicate them, the man would be on a 9-fight win streak, you know, which is just insane. I believe he's a future champion, and I think Saturday night he's going to put on an amazing performance. Yep. You know, as I say, he alluded to this on my YouTube channel. Also, I do believe that Frankie Edgar, win or lose, we may see him put the gloves down on the canvas and call it a day. New York City, just down the street from New Jersey, it would be the beautiful, perfect, emotional way to end his career. But who knows? Maybe he won't.
Yeah, and either way, it's a stacked card. It's great to be back here in New York. I know you've had some memories here. It was just the 4-year anniversary of your fight with GSP. And,
it's beautiful. Yeah. It really is. Listen, George beat me that night, and just to be involved in a fight of that magnitude at Madison Square Garden, it really is something that childhood dreams are made of, you know. So God bless George on that night, and God bless everyone that's competing on Saturday night, because it's a beautiful moment, you know, to be here. Madison Square Garden, it's so special, you know, from Muhammad Ali to GSP, the greats have truly fought here, the greats in terms of music or sports or whatever. This is the place to be. So they should all consider themselves very lucky to be fighting here, which I'm sure they do, and I'm sure the fights are going to deliver as well.
And I consider myself very lucky for having you join me today with some time, Michael Bisping.
Well, yeah, I had no choice, did you? He has accosted me at every opportunity. In the bar, in the restaurant, in the elevator, when I'm on live TV over there for BT Sport. I literally had no choice. People at MMA Junkie, you need to give him a rise, because this is going to be the most popular video on your channel today. You're going to sell a lot of ads because of this video. So Mike Bohn, give him a pay rise and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Michael Bisping.
Peak stuff. I cannot approve anymore. Thank you for the time, Mike. Appreciate it.
My pleasure, Mike. Always a pleasure.